Hello, my amigos. We're diving into 10 fresh anime where the main characters are so overpowered it feels illegal. I'm talking broken skills, disrespectful beatdowns, and plots that don't even pretend to nerf anybody. So buckle up, this list is wild. Counting off with number 10, we have Chainsaw Man Resehen. Chainsaw Man Resehen finally gives us the arc manga readers have been screaming about for years, and honestly, Denji deserves a break, but instead he gets Reze, who shows up with charm, mystery, and enough power to turn entire fight sequences into fireworks displays. This arc basically says, let's make Denji suffer emotionally and physically, but in high definition. The animation hits hard, the pacing punches even harder, and Reze herself? Yeah, she's a problem. A beautiful problem, but still a problem. This installment pushes Denji's growth while flexing the kind of power scaling that makes you question everyone else's job description. The action is wild, the soundtrack slaps, and the emotional damage lands heavier than a Makima stare. If you've been craving more chainsaw chaos, but with tighter storytelling and a main character who keeps accidentally leveling up through trauma, this arc is exactly what you need. Just be ready to yell at your screen, because these two have chemistry stronger than half the romance anime released this decade. Sliding to number 9, from old country bumpkin to master swordsman. This anime answers the very important question: what happens if that quiet kid who grew up in the countryside decides to casually become one of the strongest swordsmen alive? And the answer is, he does it. Effortlessly. This man trains like he's allergic to weakness, and by episode 3 he's already slicing through enemies with the kind of precision that makes veteran warriors reconsider their career choices. The series mixes wholesome rural energy with disrespectful action scenes. One moment he's feeding chickens, next moment he's cutting down threats like he's speedrunning life. The character interactions are surprisingly funny too, especially when people underestimate him. Spoiler, they always regret it. This show builds its hype not through loud declarations, but through cool, confident flexes. It's the kind of OP protagonist story that doesn't pretend to be balanced. And honestly, that's the charm. If you like chill progression mixed with clean sword fights and a main character who treats danger like mild exercise, this one swings hard. Landing on number 8, I left my A-rank party to help my former students reach the dungeon depths. Let's be honest, quitting a powerful party to go teach your old students sounds wholesome, but this anime turns it into a full-on flex. The main character basically said, I'm too strong for you guys, I'm going to raise a new generation. And shocker, he's still broken. The fun comes from watching his students realise their teacher is casually stronger than the entire guild combined. Every dungeon dive ends with him quietly carrying the team while pretending they're contributing equally. It's adorable and hilarious. Monsters show up ready to cause mayhem, and he resolves everything with the calm confidence of someone who's been over-leveled since birth. The anime balances comedic timing with cool action sequences, giving us a mentor who refuses to act like the main character even though he absolutely is. If you like found family vibes mixed with dungeon chaos and students who slowly realise their teacher is a walking cheat code, this show deserves your attention. Looking at number 7, The Brilliant Healer's New Life in the Shadows. This anime is what happens when a healer decides he's tired of being treated like a walking first aid kit and chooses the mysterious shadow protagonist lifestyle instead. And let me tell you, this man is so overpowered it's disrespectful. His healing spells alone could end wars, but he uses them like casual warm-ups before unleashing even more broken abilities he definitely should not have. The best part is how he pretends to be low-key while accidentally saving kingdoms, curing rare diseases, and dismantling conspiracies before breakfast. The supporting cast spends half their screen time confused about how he's doing any of this. Every episode reveals a new layer to his strength, and instead of holding back, the series leans into the absurdity with clean animation and a surprisingly emotional core. If you love OP protagonists who don't brag but still break reality by existing, this anime hits the spot. It's overpowered fantasy comfort food with a side of shadowy coolness and characters who constantly misjudge the main guy's true identity. Pure entertainment. Charging into number 6, Secrets of the Silent Witch. Silent Witch might sound peaceful, but don't get fooled, this girl is terrifying. She's the strongest magic user in the kingdom, but she's also shy enough to panic over talking to strangers. It's the duality that makes the show hilarious. She has nukes for spells, but social anxiety that could kill a dragon. She's assigned to protect a prince undercover, and every episode feels like a speedrun of how do I hide my world-ending power while accidentally using it anyway? Her spells are so strong that even elite mages treat her like a myth. The comedy shines through her internal screaming, while the action scenes remind you she could vaporize an army if someone startles her. This anime nails chars and power fantasy all in one. If you enjoy OP characters who desperately want a normal life but can't stop outclassing everyone in existence, Silent Witch is going straight into your watch list. It's fun, sweet, and packed with magical beatdowns she never meant to deliver. Dropping into number 5, Sentenced to be a Hero. This anime is peak become a hero or else. The main character is legally forced into heroism, but the twist is he ends up being so powerful, the punishment becomes a blessing. This dude tanks attacks like he's wearing plot armor forged by the gods. Every enemy shows up ready to intimidate him, and he responds with strength so outrageous it feels like he's trolling. The world building is surprisingly clever, mixing dark humor with absolute chaos. The character dynamics hit hard too, especially when the system trying to control him slowly realizes he's outgrowing their reach. The battles go from intense to comedic because the villains consistently underestimate him, and watching their faces drop never gets old. It's an OP journey wrapped in satire. If you like your heroes problematic, your world oppressive, and your power scaling cranked to the maximum, this anime delivers with style. It balances brutality with banter, which keeps the pacing snappy and the stakes entertaining without losing emotional weight. Rising to number 4, Sword of the Demon Hunter, Kijin Gento Show. This anime mixes historical drama, demons, and one unbelievably powerful protagonist who slices through supernatural threats like they're made of warm butter. The main character has that stoic don't test me energy that classics like Inuyasha and Dororo fans will appreciate. Every fight feels cinematic, like the animators took it personally. What makes it stand out is the atmosphere. Dark forests, ancient rituals, and demons that actually look scary instead of goofy. The MC's demonic enhancements make him a one-man army, but the show doesn't shy away from the emotional cost. The balance of quiet moments and explosive action keeps things engaging, while still letting the story breathe. If you're into mature swordplay anime where the monsters are dangerous, the hero is deadly, and the plot refuses to hold your hand, this series will hook you fast. It's stylish, sharp, and surprisingly thoughtful for something filled with demon slashing. Climbing into number 3, the Banished Court Magician aims to become the strongest. You ever get fired from your job, then become wildly successful to the point your old bosses regret everything? That's this anime. Our guy gets kicked out of the royal court even though he's easily the most talented mage they ever had. Their mistake becomes our entertainment, because once he's free, he starts leveling up like the world owes him a refund. He trains, travels, learns forbidden spells, and turns into the kind of powerhouse kingdoms start whispering about. The magic effects are gorgeous, the fights are crisp, and the comedy hits, especially when people try to evaluate his power level and fail miserably. It's a redemption arc, but with explosions, glowing runes, and upgraded confidence. And trust me, number 3, it'll mess with your head in the best way possible. Watching him surpass everyone who doubted him never gets old. It's satisfying, petty, dramatic, and everything we love about an OP comeback story. Powering into number 2, The Shy Hero and the Assassin Princesses. This anime is unhinged in the best way. The hero is absurdly powerful, but he's also painfully shy. Meanwhile, the assassin princesses assigned to work with him are all elite killers with wildly chaotic personalities. The contrast? Comedy gold. Every battle turns into a mix of lethal action and awkward interactions that somehow make the fight scenes funnier. The hero keeps trying to downplay his strength, but the princesses witness his abilities and immediately start treating him like a living legend. Half the plot is him trying not to stand out, while the other half is the princesses dragging him into danger because he'll handle it. Spoiler, he does. Effortlessly. The chemistry between the characters is sharp, The action is clean, and every episode leans into the absurdity of pairing a socially anxious powerhouse with overconfident assassins. If you want comedy, chaos, and combat wrapped around an incredibly OP protagonist, this anime hits hard and stays entertaining from start to finish. Finally, at number 1, Zuichiang Shengji. Zuichiang Shengji blasts into the top spot with pure disrespectful power scaling. This show takes the leveling up concept and turns it into something feral. The main character evolves like he's speedrunning every MMO ever created, breaking limits so fast the system can't keep up. Enemies appear confident, deliver their evil monologue, and then get obliterated before finishing their speech. The visual style goes heavy with flashy effects, glowing auras, and transformation sequences that feel like someone mixed cultivation anime with battle shonen energy. What really sells it is the attitude. This protagonist moves like someone who knows he's the final boss. While the plot has its dramatic moments, the fun comes from watching him bulldoze everything from ancient beasts to arrogant elites. Is it subtle? Absolutely not. Does it care? Also no. If you love unapologetically overpowered characters, explosive growth, and non-stop fights where the MC refuses to be humble, this anime is your next obsession. And that wraps our list of new anime where the main characters completely break the power scale. If you've watched any of these, drop your thoughts in the comments and tell me which OP character deserves their own movie. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. More anime chaos is coming your way every week.